So, um, yeah. So, what is do while? So, do while loop executes at least once, right? So, we know this key point. Do while first it performs the do, it will execute the statements, then it will execute the condition. First, it will perform the uh, statement execution, then it will jump to checking the condition. So let's take an example. Calculate the sum of numbers entered by the user. Okay. So until if they enter 0, then it will terminate and it will calculate the integer values. So let me explain the example program. So what is the syntax of do while? Just a minute. So first let me explain do while loop flow chart. So it will start from here, then loop body. So it's nothing but statements. Next, condition. If the condition is true, again, we have to execute the statements. If the condition is false, it will jump out of the loop, right? So if you observe here, we are executing the loop at least once. So before going to check the condition, we are executing the statements one time. Okay. So real-time examples where we have to use these do whiles, do while loop. For example, menu. If you want to design any kind of a restaurant bill or any kind of a menu-based applications, you can display or you can use this do while, because we have to display at least once. We have to display the menu at least once, right? So you have to use do while in that case. Previously, we used simple if else, but in the real time example, in the real time applications, for example, if you want to design movie ticket booking application, for example, like we have book my show and all, right? So if you want to design such kind of applications, basically it's not possible with C. You cannot design the entire application using C because we don't have GUI based graphical user interface. I'll explain this part. Just give me 2 minutes. Let me finish this do while. So if you want to design any kind of applications where you have to display some items, so irrespective of the condition, there you have to use do while, because statements automatically executes without checking the condition. Okay. Now I want to write one program. So program, for example, if I pass, uh, we have to calculate the sum of numbers entered by the user until the user enters 0. So we have to calculate all the sum of the numbers. So first let me write the program. So I need one number int n and sum. So initially I'm giving sum value 0. Next, so here I'm going to ask user printf enter numbers to add. So here I'm writing one condition, enter 0 to stop. So please look at the screen. I'm asking this question. Okay. So by reading this, this is kind of output, right? So by reading this output, user will enter some value, right? So let me write that scanf and assign it to n variable. Yeah. So I'm writing this scanf statement within do statements. Okay. Do. The syntax of do while, first we have to write do statements. After reading the value, I am going to calculating sum. Sum is equal to sum plus number n. Okay. So these are the two statements within the do loop. Next, I have to write condition. So what is the condition? Whenever user enters 0, I have to stop my loop. If n not equal to 0, then I have to execute my code. So here, please try to understand the syntax of do while. Do, you have to write statements. These statements executes at least once. So while, you have to write condition followed by semicolon. So why we have to keep semicolon here? So that is the first question. So why? Because we are executing the statements here, then it will jump to the condition. This is end of the line, URL. There is no other lines, like whatever the lines you are writing after this while, which are not related to this while or do statements, right? These lines are not related to the above lines. So this is the end of the line. So you have to keep semicolon. So here I mentioned semicolon. Do I have to perform these statements? Then I have to check the condition. Next, if the condition is false, it will jump out of the loop, printf. So I have to print total, right? Total value, total. And I have to call sum. So let me execute this. Before going to execute it, I have to select the language. So enter numbers to add. Enter 0 to stop. Let me enter 1, next 2, next 5, next 6. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 6, 14 plus 1, 15. So now I am going to enter 0. So total 15. If I enter 0, so the condition is false, right? Then it will jump here and you will get the sum value. So first let me explain it. I'm explaining each and every program line by line. If you still having any doubts, please, you can always mail me, right? I mean, within 1 hour, I'll send reply, or for few questions, I'll give immediate reply also. So please look at the screen. So my program execution will always starts from the main method. So how many variables are there? 2 variables, right? Let me create a memory for 2 variables. So what is the first variable? N, and second variable is sum. So what is the value of sum? I assigned 0. Okay. Next line. So printf enter numbers to add. So by reading this message, you will enter some value. So let me enter 1. So here I have a do, right? Do means I have to first execute these 2 statements, then I have to check the condition. So that's the rule. So what is the first statement? I have to read this value, and assign it to n variable. So what is n value now? 1. So next, sum equal to sum plus n. Sum is equal to, what is the sum value? 0 plus n value 1. Sum is equal to 1. So now sum value will become 1. I'm done with this line. Next, it will check this condition. While n not equal to 0. What is n value? 1. So 1 not equal to 0. That means condition true. If the condition is true, again it will jump to these do statements, and your cursor will wait for the next number. If you want, you can check the output. See, after giving the first number, so I entered 1. See, the compiler is blinking. The compiler is waiting for the second number. So, ma'am, we are not able to understand this, how it's executing. So, it should ask enter number, enter number, enter number. If I enter 0, then it should stop. So, in that case, you have to just copy this print statement, cut this print statement and paste it. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Let me stop this. Paste it in do statement. So let me write enter number to add. Yeah. Now look at the screen. First, it will ask, I entered 1. See, again it's asking enter another number. I entered 2. Again it's asking enter 3. Sorry, 33. So 33 plus 2, 35 plus 1, 36. If I enter 0, you will get the output 36. How many times it's asking? So whenever you are going to 0, then it will stop, right? So I entered 3 values, including 4, including 0, 4 values. So you can use this print just before the do or after the do also, within the do also. No problem at all. Okay. Now I'm going to enter one more value. For example, let's say 2. So again, do statement, I have to enter this 2. I have to assign this 2 value to my n variable. Now n value will become 2. Next, I have to execute this sum value, right? Sum is equal to sum plus n. What is the current sum value? That is 1. 1 plus n value. What is the current n value? 2. So sum value will become 3. Next, it will jump to this line, n not equal to 0. What is n value? 2. 2 not equal to 0, condition true. If the condition is true, again we have to execute this line. So again it will ask enter n value. Let me enter 0. So now n value is 0. Sum equal to sum plus n. Sum is equal to, what is the sum value? 3. 3 plus 0, 3. No change. So now the sum value will become a 3. Next it will jump to while loop while n not equal to 0. So what is n value? 0. 0 equal to 0. Condition true. If this, condition false. If this condition false, it will jump to this line, printf total. So what is the sum value? 3. You will get the value 3. So I hope you understand. So do while loop executes at least once. So inside the loop, it reads an integer from the user, right? That is n value, adds the entered number to some value, right? So what are the key points about do while? So the do while loop ensures that the code block executes at least once. See, we are executing this code block at least once. Even if the condition is false on the first check, in case if the condition is false, still it will check the first condition. See, let me prove that. So here I am giving, for example, some value. Let me pass some 100. Okay. So let me execute it. Now I'm giving 0. 0 means in the first step only my while loop is going to jump to false statement, right? My condition is false on the first check itself. But I'm getting the sum value 100 because here if you observe, here I entered 0, right? Sum is equal to sum plus n. What is the sum value? 100. 100 plus n, 100 plus 0, 100. So here I'm getting the value 100. Okay. Ma'am, I have a doubt. So if you have any doubt, like whether it's executing the do while loop or not, let me execute here. I'm printing hello. Yeah. Now let me execute it. See, I'm giving 0. That means the condition is false on the first check, right? See, I got the hello. That means I'm able to print the statement and print the value of sum, that is 100. Um, is there any problem with my screen or meeting? Because someone is asking me to start the requesting me to start the meeting. It's already started, right? Yes or no? Please raise your hands. Meeting already started. Why he is asking? Okay. Yeah. So first key point about while loop is it ensures that the code block executes at least once, even if the condition is false on the first check. So first point, we have to remember that irrespective of the condition, whatever the condition that we are passing to while loop, it will execute the do statements first. The condition is evaluated after the execution of the do. You have to remember these 2 points. Do while loop ensures that the code block executes at least once, even if the condition is false on the first check. The condition is evaluated after the execution of the do statement. So first it will execute the do statements. See, I'm executing the do statements. Then I'm checking the condition. That means these are simply like print statements for the first step. If the condition is true, then again it will jump here. If the condition is false, it will come out of the loop. So please don't worry, just look at the screen. First, irrespective of the condition, it will execute these do statements. Then it will jump to while. If this condition is false, it will come out of the loop. If the condition is true, then it will jump to these do statements. Again, do statements executed automatically, then it will check the condition. Okay. So first step, it will execute the do statements. Then second step, then it will check the uh, while. So let me write those 2 points. Those are very, very important. Let me write those 2 points. Point number 1, the do while loop ensures that the code block executes at least once. It's very important. Even if the condition is false on the first check. And one more feedback I received. He wanted me to explain in Telugu, but I'm not sure. Second point, this is also very important point. The condition is evaluated after the execution of loop body is nothing but do statements. See, evaluates after the execution of the loops body. Loop is nothing but do statements. Okay, these 2 points are very, very important in the case of do while. So please remember this point. Whenever you are using do while, before going to check the condition, do will execute. First do it, then it will jump to while. So I hope you understand. Please, if possible, note it down. So let me give you one more simple example program using do while. I hope you are done. And the majority of you are having a big question, ma'am, can I implement any kind of apps? Can I design websites using C language, or can I design mobile apps using C language? So let me give you clarity. Uh, okay, ma'am explain second point again. So what is the second point here? The condition is evaluated after the execution of the loops body, right? So we have only two statements, right? One, do. Let me start program execution. It will jump to statements, nothing but do statements. Then it will jump to condition block. So we have two steps, right? One, if the condition is true. Second one, if the condition is false. So please, the second point is condition is evaluated after the execution of the loops body. First, we are going to execute these statements, right? Then we are going to check the condition. We are evaluating the condition after the execution of the do statements. If the condition is true, then it will execute or jump the compiler to the do statements. Again, we are going to execute these do statements. If the condition is false, it will jump out of the loop. So do while loop, do, first do it, first it will execute do statements. While, Second step, we are going to check the condition. So let me give you one simple example. Print numbers from 1 to 5. Okay. So my point is print numbers from 1 to 5. Okay. Using do while, I'm going to write the program. Let me write int I equal to 1. So within the do statements, I'm writing printf modulo division d comma I. Now I'm writing I plus plus. This is do part. Okay. Now I'm writing while. I have to check the condition. Print numbers from 1 to 5. That means after 5, I will not allow my compiler to print the numbers. So let me write the condition. I should less than 5. Right? So what is the first step? This is the first step and this is the second step. So compiler going to start the execution from this number. So what is the I value now? I value is 1. Just now I assigned, right? So first key point, do while loop ensures that the code block executes at least once. See, compiler is here. I assigned one value to I. Now compiler jumps to this particular do statements, right? Do statement, right? So what is the meaning of do? Do it now. Compiler is asking me to execute the do first. So within this do, I have two lines. So what is the first line? Printf, print the I value. What is the current I value? First it will print the I value. That is 1. Okay. So what is the next value? I plus plus. So that means what is I value? 1. 1 plus 1. Now I value will become 2. So I'm done with this line. I'm done with these do statements, right? Now I'm going to check the condition. The condition is evaluated after the execution of the do. The condition is going to evaluate after the execution of the loop's body. Here the loop is do statements. Now I'm going to check the condition while I less than or is equal to 5. What is I value? 2 less than or is equal to 5. Condition true or false? Condition is true, right? If the condition is true, again it will jump to do statement. So what is the do statement here? Printf, print the current I value. What is the current I value? 2. What is the second line? I plus plus. 2 plus 1. Now I value will become 3. So after the do statement, then again it will check the while loop. While I less than or is equal to 5. What is the current I value? 3. 3 less than or is equal to 5. Condition true. If the condition is true, again it will jump to do statement. So now do statement. So I have two lines. One is printf, print the I value. So what is the current I value? 3. So it will print 3. Again I plus plus. So 3 plus 1, now 4. Okay. Again it will check the while loop. Is my voice audible? Can you please raise your hands? I received one email, doubt in do while loop. I already explained it. I asked her, wait a minute. Yeah, I have sent reply, but she's saying, ma'am, where did you explain? Is my voice clear? Okay, so I value 4. Again, it will check the condition. I less than or is equal to 5. 4 less than or is equal to 5. Condition true. If the condition is true, again it will jump to do statement. Printf current I value, that is 4. Again it will jump I plus plus. 4 plus 1, 5. Again it will come here. I less than or is equal to 5. 5 less than or is equal to 5. Condition true. If the condition is true, again we have to jump to do statement. Printf, it will print the current I value. What is the current I value? 5. Again it will jump to I plus plus. 5 plus 1, 6. So again it will jump here. 6 less than or is equal to 5. Condition false. So it will jump out of the loop and you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to write I less than or is equal to 5. Because see, if the value is more than 5, you have to terminate the loop. Okay. So let me execute this program. So initially I am giving I equal to 1. Next, do statements. So here I am printing the I value, printf modulo division d slash n, so that I'll get numbers in new lines. I value and I plus plus. So next I'm going to write while. So while condition is I less than or is equal to 5. I have to keep semicolon over here. So that's it. No need to write any other extra code here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Just give me one minute, 1 minute time. Okay. See, here I just changed, if I give enter n value, I'm just checking loop numbers, the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same, I'm executing the loop again and again, this particular loop. Same code. Previously, I made it for only 1 to 5. Now, I just changed it for 1 to n values. So, ma'am, is it mandatory to mention these flower brackets? If you are going to define any particular statements, you have to use open and closed brackets. These are the mandatory. We don't have these brackets in Python, but in Java, we have, in advanced programming languages like Java, C Sharp, we have these brackets. See, the advantage of the bracket is brackets, these flower brackets especially. See, whatever the code we are writing inside of these two brackets, it belongs to do, right? So we have to understand what is the code of if. So we have to write the statements which are related to the if block within the open and closed flower brackets. Yes, these are the mandatory, and it's easy to understand. And now I want to give you one clarification. Majority of you are asking about web development and app development. Basically, I'm a app developer. I use to design mobile apps for both Android and iOS. So nowadays, if you observe, majority of the students or majority of the users are using iOS mobile phones and Android phones, right? So previously, when I was in engineering third year, final year, we used to design mobile apps separately for Android and separately for iOS. It's nothing but Apple. But now we have a concept called cross-platform or hybrid apps. So you have to write code for only one particular platform. Automatically, you can migrate it to another platform. We have such options. Okay. So we have advanced concepts. Don't worry. Try to learn the programming first. So let me talk about apps. So applications. So basically, we have a web apps. It's nothing but web pages or websites. Whereas a mobile apps is nothing but only supports mobile OS, right? So there are two types of apps. One is GUI based and the second one is console based. So what is GUI? Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface based. So whatever the mobile apps, whatever the web apps that we are using right now in the real time, all those are GUI based. It's nothing but included images, videos, all advanced concepts. GUI, graphical user interface. So we have easy interface to communicate, right? What is console based apps? Console based apps, no UI, no user interface, no attractive colors. So we here we will have a different colors, different themes, different interface. So console based means whatever the codes, whatever the programs we are writing using this online GDB, whatever the programs we are designing using C language, all those are console based. If you observe here, program finished with exit code 0, press enter to exit console. So you will get outputs only in this format. I mean text format. So there is no point of inserting images, videos, adding colors. You cannot create any kind of mobile applications or web applications using C language. But C is the foundation of all advanced programming languages, right? So console based means only C language. So how to design these GUI applications? You have to learn Python and Java, C Sharp. So we have all advanced languages. If you want to learn these languages, we need basics of C language. You cannot create any kind of applications, but it will help you a lot because we will have the same concept in the Python, Java, C Sharp. But there we have to learn a lot of modules to design GUI based real-time applications. Okay, so basically apps are two types. One is graphical user interface and the second one is console based. So I think I'm done with do while, right? So first it will execute do statement before checking the condition. Then it will check the while loop. Okay. Okay. When to use do while loop? So it's very important. Okay, let me explain do while versus while. So do, here I have a code to be executed. Next, while condition followed by semicolon. So, but here while condition, and this is not end of the line, code to be executed. Here is a syntax. So, do while executes the loop before checking the condition. It executes the loop is nothing but loop, nothing but code before checking the condition, right? But here it checks the condition before executing the body, right? Checks the condition before executes the loop. So when to use do while loop? You need to execute loop body at least once, regardless the condition. So you have to execute this particular code at least once. So commonly used in, I told you, right, menu-based programs where the menu should appear at least once. See, customer orders uh, any item or if they want to cancel it, that is fine. But you have to display the menu first, right? If they order it or not, that is absolutely fine. It's user wish, right? But as a developer, you have to display the menu first. So commonly we use this do while in menu driven programs where the menu should appear at least once. So I hope you understand the difference between uh, while and do while and where we have to use this do while loop. Okay. Next concept. Yeah, I received few more feedbacks, notes sharing after the class. Yeah, I'll share, don't worry. And for you, I'll create one PDF also. Okay, PPS notes. Don't worry, with good example programs. Explaining with real-time examples is a good thing, but we are expecting 2 hours class from this kind of tutor. I'm really sorry, I can't take 2 hours class because I have to continuously speak, right? No, I can't do it. Even your principal sir will not accept. Okay. Yeah. Next thing, continue. Yeah. So we have a few keywords in C language like go to, continue, break. We can also call them as statements. I already explained what is the purpose of go to, right? If you want to execute uh, any statements continuously, you can use go to. So compiler directly jump to that particular line, it will start executing from that label. I explained in that ATM example and restaurant bill generator example. I think restaurant bill generator, just give me just a minute. Guys, I'll show you one email. Just a minute. Yeah. So restaurant bill generator uh, is not a normal example. We created it very simple way, right? We created it in very simple way. But if you observe here, there is a university called Federation Australia University and top 10 university in Australia. So if you are planning for your MS after your engineering, see in MS we will have some assignments. Every week you have to submit one assignment. There will be no exams. You have to submit only assignments. If you are going to copy content from any other internet, they will catch you. Even we will have that plagiarism based applications. If you're copying content from any kind of a website or any other tool, so automatically that software will give us the URLs if I upload your assignment. So there is no point of copying content from any other sites. So if you observe here, it's a week two assignment. I received it from one student from MS semester 2, I think. I'm not sure. If you observe here, they are asking students to write the code, same restaurant bill generated based. Students can pick either C or C++, Python, Java, Lisp, or Perl. These two are very old versions of programming languages. So they have to finish the same program in different languages, including C. So if you observe, yeah, here is the example program output. First, we have to display the menu. Same thing we have done, right? But here, they're asking user to take some codes. R for roast potatoes, C for carrots, P for peas. We instead of 1, 2, 3, we have to give characters. And finally, we have to generate the bill. This is also console based. See the output, text based output, right? Okay. Some students are not able to just give me a minute. What happened? Okay. These students are not able to, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Please look at this assignment. Federation University, Australia. And here is the assignment overview. We have to design one restaurant bill generator based kind of application. We have to pick C or C++. You may choose uh, either of these languages. Uh, we have to write the same code in Python, Java, and Lisp or Perl. So here are the program specification. They mentioned price of each item. Let me show you the example output. See, after receiving data like a name, phone number, everything, so we have to display the um, menu. And finally, we have to generate the bill. So this is a text-based output. Okay, this is not GUI based. This is console based. See, you have to learn first these text-based, console-based programs, then you can easily learn other programming languages. Okay? This is, see, MS students assignment. So I'm giving all the real-time examples. So don't worry. Okay? So next concept, that is right, yeah, continue, right? So what is this continue? Continue is a statement or a keyword, right? So I want to write a program which reads numbers from the user and calculate the total, only positive numbers, skipping negative numbers using continue. Simple program. So let me write the program first. I'm using continue keyword. So first initialize the values n and total sum 0. I'm going to write printf, enter numbers to add. So same point, enter 0 to stop. So here I'm using a while loop because it should calculate only positive numbers, right? So while I'm giving condition only number 1. So within this, I have to read this number. So scanf. I already explained why I'm writing scanf within the loop. You can also write printf within the loop. No worries. Because I don't want to print it again and again, that enter numbers to add. I want to print it only one time. So compiler should ask for multiple numbers. That's why I'm writing scanf within the while loop. And I'm assigning the numbers to my n variable. So here I have to write one condition. What is the condition? If number comparing with a 0, I have to stop executing my loop, right? So within the same example, I'm using break. So we have a keyword. See, while I'm typing break, B-R-E-A-K. See, compiler is suggesting me that break is a keyword. So we can call it as a statement, but don't call it as a statement. Break statement. Yeah, we can call it as a break statement also. But basically, we have to call it as a keyword because we are not passing anything. So if the number, whatever the user enters, if the number is 0, we have to print break statement. Let me write one comment here. So we are going to exit the loop. Exit the loop. What happened to this? Okay. Exit the loop. Next. Let me come out of this if. See, someone asked what is the importance of these brackets, right? I'm writing the entire code within the while loop, right? This code. So this particular break keyword belongs to this if loop, right? I closed it. Now I'm going to continue my next condition. If in case number less than 0, that means negative numbers, right? If number less than 0, so I have to skip it and continue my code. See, continue is also my keyword. Yeah, it's already 8:29. Just give me 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. I'm writing continue statement here. So skip the negative numbers. Skip negative numbers. Done. So in case if I get positive numbers, see, if this condition falls, then it will jump here. If this condition falls, see, if number is not equal to 0 or less than 0, then it's a positive value, right? I have to calculate the sum. So sum is equal to sum plus n value. So if you observe here, this entire code is belongs to while loop. Okay. So let me come out of the while loop. Here I have to print the values. Printf. I have to print the total. Call some value. So you will have a question. Yes, I received. What is the meaning of this while one? Okay, let me explain that. Before explaining that line, let me enter positive value 6, 3, 1. So I'm going to give -7, 0. So 6, 3, 1. How much? 7 plus 3, 10. See, it's not calculating that -7 value because it should calculate only positive values. Ma'am, is C language is useful for internships? Hmm. Yes. In case if you are going to work on designing the operating system based or IoT based IoT projects, IoT Internet of Things, C will help you a lot. Okay, yeah. So first let me explain this. Uh, First question, why you used while one? It creates an infinite loop that will run until a break statement is executed.